Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another Minecraft modding tutorial. I believe this is tutorial number 3, and I'm here with a friend actually. He's going to be watching me. It's Boxman1988.
Yep, that's me.
Yep. And if you guys know him, he was here in the last Minecraft Let's Play, but let's go ahead and get started. Alright, now. Alright. To make an item, this is what we're going to be working on today. It's very similar to a block, except there's a couple different changes, so let's get started. Give yourself some room up here, and then what you want to do is the same thing: public, static, final, and then except for instead of block, put item, and then name it. I want to name mine test item. Then equal new item. This time you don't have to create a separate class, so it's just item, and it extends item. So then you put the item ID in here. So I want it 151. This time you don't have to add a 0. All you gotta do, dot set block name. Hold on, I'm getting a little bit of lag. Alright, there we go. And then name it the same thing as the variable.
Now, no spaces between these?
What do you mean?
Like, no spaces, pretty much.
Pretty much exactly how I do it.
Alright.
So, then you underline like that. And I'm just...
It's
well, oh, it's block name. Whoops. Gotta put it item instead of block.
Freddy face.
Alright, so now we declared our item, okay? Now all we gotta do is add it into the game. Well, it's pretty much already added into the game. We want to add a name and we want to add a texture for it. So, modloader.add name. I spelled that so wrong. Name. Alright, now, in here, you remember what we do? Is you do the variable, test item, comma, and then in quotes what you want it to appear in name. And I put text item. Why did I put text item?
You feel like texting today?
I don't know, a little bit. Test item for access.
Why are your pajamas alcohol?
I don't know.
I've always wondered that.
It's like one of them that my uncle got me or something. But anyway, after you add the name, now for adding a texture for an item, it's different than the block. Here's what you have to do. Test item, whoops, dot icon index equals, and then you do the mod loader add override. Now for this one, what you want to do is you want to put /GUI/items.png, because the items are located in that folder inside the jar. So we want to override that with /mymod/item.png, like that. Now we've declared everything. All you gotta do is basically make a texture for it. So I will be right back after I make the simple texture, and I'll see you guys then. Alright guys, so I got the texture right here. I'm just gonna, where'd it go? Alright, I'm just gonna use this texture. Basically, I took an ender pearl and I retextured it purple. So I'm gonna move it into that folder inside the jar file, and I hope you guys remember how to locate it inside your MCP, jars, bin, and then your Minecraft.jar. So now that we got that in there, we should be all set to go. So we exit out all these useless folders that we don't need anymore. Open back up Eclipse. Now, all we gotta do is just click that little run button. And actually, items are automatically put into the creative inventory, so I can actually prove to you guys this time that it did work.
Penis.
Alright, dude, seriously. I mean, seriously.
Sorry.
Alright, so we gotta let it build the workspace here. I'll be back when it loads. Alrighty guys, it loaded up. Alright, here we go. Single player. Oh, sorry, you guys probably can't see very well.
Penis.
Seriously.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Create a new world. I'll just call it test. Turn it to creative. Create a new world.
Because we don't want creepers.
Alright. Alright, so I'm going to open up the inventory right now.
Holy hell, you're in a tree.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. I got all the graphics set to different stuff. Hold on a second, guys. Alright, guys, here are all the settings if you want your Minecraft to be less laggy. I keep it on all this all the time. It really does work, but you can keep the render distance on either small or tiny. Sometimes I dare to even go normal. But yeah, that's what I usually do for the settings. Anyway, it's still a little bit laggy, but that's because we changed it while we were still in this current session. Alright, so if we go down, around here somewhere, it should be in here somewhere. I'm not sure where it is.
Is that a watermelon?
Not sure. But items should automatically show up, but I'm not seeing it.
Cookie.
And I'm not sure why I'm not seeing it.
I saw the cookie. Eggs.
Huh. Alright guys, hold on a second, I'll be right back. Alright guys, well I'm going to go ahead and do the recipes tutorial because I do have enough time for that. And also we'll be able to see if it did actually get into the game. So here's how you do recipes, and make sure you follow along extremely carefully. Modloader.add recipe new item stack. Now here's the item that you want to get with the quantity you want to get. So what I want to get is I want to get a test block, and I want to get a 64 stack of them. Now right here, comma, new object with empty square brackets. Now put a semicolon after that, and then open up a curly bracket before that, and then go down a couple lines. Alright, now here's how this part works. So I want to craft it with 4 pieces of dirt and a cube, so that way I don't have to have a crafting table for it, even though I'm probably going to have to use one since creative. But here's what you do. What you do is if you want that, you want 4 pieces of dirt. So you can do anything in here as long as it's a capital letter but no numbers, and it could be any of the sign above the numbers besides parentheses. Alright, so we got our first row, our second row, and we don't even want a third row, so just skip that and put a comma right after that. So now, down here on this line, what you want to do is put character.value of, and put single quote, and then what you used up here, and this right here. So I used that. And then you put another comma after you finish that, and then what you want to use. So I want to use the dirt. So in order to reference dirt, you have to do block.dirt, like that, and then a comma. Alright, so now we added a recipe for our test block. Now we want one for the item. So I'm going to go fast through this one since you guys have that one to look at. Modloader.add recipe new item stack test item 64 new object, and put our semicolon right there, then open up our curly braces, and then we want it to be crafted with 2 pieces of dirt this time, so I'm just going to do that. Then I'm going to do that, like so. Character dot value of would be block dot dirt, like so. And now we run it. Alright, so we'll go to single player and test. And it's not wanting to launch by double click, so I have to actually go here. Alright, and now if I get a crafting table, like so, then I find the dirt, which is right here, get a whole stack of it. Now, if I place down the crafting table, and I do this, and it doesn't work, and I don't know why. Hold on a second, guys, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm really sorry, I forgot one of the most important things into this. Alright, so I'm in here on my mod right now, like my actual mod I've been working on, and the class extends base mod. So right here where it says mod underscore name here, what you do is after that put extends base mod, and then the curly brace goes after that. So yeah, that should fix everything, and then your recipes should work. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I'm extremely sorry for not catching this earlier on in the tutorials. I apologize. I'll be sure to put annotations in there to tell you guys to put in that little part of the line. But yeah, I'm so sorry, and I feel kind of stupid. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, rate, and subscribe.